I've got an idea for when we start back up.
Well, we are finally up now. Hey guys, who are in here now? Cecil, Super Static Pro. Like I've said hi to all you guys, and I would not have noticed that unless somebody said, "Hey, guess it hasn't started yet. There's no audio." I'm really sorry, guys. Keep forgetting. Anytime I switch over between my own personal stream stuff for Game Apologist and our Sunset City stuff, it completely resets the sources of everything. So Wayne and I have been talking here for like 15 minutes.
Oops. Well, hey y'all, Scott here, and boy oh boy, have I finally cracked the code to cloning.
Oh God, well done. God, I was going along with the NFT chat and everything, but it turns out I thought they were responding to us. They were just responding to each other in the chat. So as a change of pace, it was the podcasters who were pretending to talk along with the audience as opposed to the other way around. I love that picture of that girl sitting by that poster of all those people talking and just pretending to be part of it, like how it feels to listen to a podcast. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? I'm funny. Fuck you.
Please clap.
Please clap.
Oh man.
Maybe I should play something since we're gonna be hanging out for a couple hours.
You know what? Oh, I can't play something. Never mind. Because that won't show up. Because you're the one streaming.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, Fish Flops here. Tweets, come hang out with us if you're alone on New Year's.
Yeah,
broadcast silence.
Bet.
Oh no. I was told you all like Sonic. Buddy, have you ever seen the Sonic community? We don't like Sonic here.
No one hates Sonic more than people who love Sonic.
Exactly. GIF of a guy talking to a brick wall.
That prickly little slut.
Yeah. He's gonna have a whorish 2022 if he knows what's good for him.
Yeah, we should all be so lucky.
I had sparkly cider go up my nose after you said that.
Good. Assassination attempt is
yeah, we all
well.
should have a whorish 2022. Tickles. I'm gonna have dinner right now. See you guys later. I guess it's like, yeah, it's only like 7:51 for me here.
It's nearing 11 o'clock where I'm at.
Nice. Alone on New Year's Eve. How awesome to have a Sunset City podcast. It's not gonna be a real podcast. It's gonna be like our last late night one. We're just gonna keep it nice and chill here. There's not really a lot to talk about, Sonic wise.
Yeah.
And I don't really want to anyway, so it's fine. It's fine.
Sunset City After Dark is not gonna be a regular thing.
Yeah, no, we do it occasionally. It's just here for people who want to hang out with us. Got some lo-fi Sonic playing in the background. Ain't no thing. I'm going to go take a look at Steam. Now that I have a computer that can actually do stuff.
While you're playing that, I'm going to set something up on my end.
All right, you do that. I'm going to take a look at my collection here. I still have Nights downloaded, but I mean, you guys can be seeing that next week on my channel. Got Jurassic Park Evolution. Nobody wants to watch that. Let's see what the chat says, though. Stinky drink. I like Sonic. And by that, I mean, I like making OCs and that's it. End sentence. It's cool. I got till 3 a.m., baby. It's like 10:50 for me. Any New Year's resolutions? Well, mine are mostly gonna be channel focused. I'm well behind on a lot of art promises I've made for friends, so I'm gonna try to make that a goal for myself to get that done, and you know, just growing the channel, fun stuff like that. Let's see here, Rhino. You guys could always make a challenge run how quickly YouTube will delete the stream while talking about the more infamous Sonic fan games. No, I'm good. I'm good on that. No, thank you. Oh, Cecil, man, I must be a nobody. Oh God. Super Static Pro says, I did hear June was confirmed to be on the Frontiers OST. Be weird if he wasn't, though. Let's go. Sanchez, Jose. Yo, it's Nick. Yeah, how you doing, Sanchez? 2021, you saw. I had a pretty okay 2020. And Scott. Oh, God. Yeah, Wayne is currently doing something. I can see his camera. You guys can't. He's scampering around like a little mouse. Seen, and there the headphones come back. There he is. Those are like, what are those headphones?
These are the this is the 3D Pulse headset. It's the like it's like the Sony brand PS5 headset.
Nice. I have very old Beats by Dre. Like the first wave of these things. Like almost fits around my ear, but doesn't like really good sound quality, but you need to have like AAA batteries on each side of them.
Oh, interesting.
Stupid is what it is.
Well, that's like we noticed with the Turtle Beach headsets that we sell at work, is that like you have to have them charged to use them even if they're wired. It's weird.
Yeah, I don't Turtle Beach headsets look like they're way more complicated than they need to be every time I've seen them.
They're not great. I like these ones. I like mine. I like my headset.
Got a slick look to them. I like the name Turtle Beach. That's about all I like about them, though.
You would.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I'm a very simple creature.
Aren't we all?
Let's see what some of our resolutions are in the chat here.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Popcorn, my resolution is to stop tolerating Sonic Team, as we all should.
I thought it was to stop tolerating Sonic. Just as a concept.
Yeah. Vara just got here. Who all is going to be joining you? Just see how the night goes. It's just me and Wayne hanging out and talking.
Yeah.
Pup's a little under the weather. Cirrus is doing his own thing at home.
Cirrus is hanging out with his cool new friends.
Potentially old friends.
Oh, right, yeah.
More likely old friends.
I forgot he knew people before he knew us.
Yeah. Guess he had some going on in his life. My resolution is to continue to do stuff with my guy Nick, the game apologist, who you should be subscribed to if you're not already. Thanks, Cecil. Gabriel just wants to be happy. I mean, yeah. That's a good goal for everybody. Just be happy. You sweet babies. Let's see here.
Oh god, there's poop everywhere.
What?
Sorry, Digimon.
Oh my god.
There is there's an upsetting amount of just fecal matter littering the terrain of this world.
Yeah, Codename Gamma sent me a couple of Digimon. One's still in the packaging, and I've been afraid to take it out because I kind of killed my other Digimon with shit. I just kept it trapped in its little square dungeon in its own shit. And after 4 hours, just 4 hours and not doing anything with it, can't go 4 fucking hours on its own without shitting itself to death.
Yeah. I had that problem with like the 20th anniversary Digimon, like, well, Digivice, which I enjoy that thing quite a bit, but I kept trying to get an Omnimon, but you have to make care mistakes to do it in a certain way, and then I think it shortens the lifespan of it by the time you get it, so it's only alive for like maybe half a week and then it dies.
It's tedious. It's garbage. My actual animal is here. Hello, Ghost. Sitting on a pizza couch, hanging out with Dad. Let's see. Oh, Tiny showed up. Hey, Tiny. Not here, sir. I just want to survive again. Demetrius NP hopes for Nintendo 2022. That's a good question. Do you have any hopes for anything Nintendo related?
I mean, Zelda.
Yeah.
I mean, we kind of know we're getting that.
I gotta say, as many things I have to critique about Nintendo, and Lord knows I've got plenty, they do always manage to surprise me with something that ends up showing up like a month later.
True.
I don't know. I'd like to see more progress on Metroid Prime 4. I'll be honest, I've kind of given up on like new franchises from them. I've not fallen in love with like a new Nintendo franchise in a very long time. Splatoon didn't do it for me. ARMS certainly didn't do it for me. Man, when was the last time I liked a new Nintendo product, like a new franchise from them?
Yeah, because I remember like Splatoon is neat, and I enjoy the art of Splatoon. The game gets old really quick.
Yeah, I'm just not a big deathmatch multiplayer kind of a guy anyway.
Yeah.
I guess Kirby should be coming out next year, right?
Oh, the Kirby one looks fun.
Mhm.
Yeah. I want to see how that is.
You know what I just realized this past week? Adventure Time is just the internet's rendition of Kirby lore.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not wrong. Where it's kind of like the cute, like, chill exterior, but like beneath the surface, there's just this apocalypse, like, kind of hanging out in the background.
Yeah, like it's cute, a cute post-apocalypse world, and that seems to be Adventure Time. I've been going back through Adventure Time. I've never actually completely completed the series before. I think I got a little
Nor
bit
have
burnt
I.
out with it, but still has that charm. And I think I would like to do. I think I would like to do like I do want to cover like Kirby games at some point. I also want to cover the Adventure Time games. Like just make a video just showing like all the Adventure Time games in one video. That would be fun. I don't know, because I remember I have two of the 3DS games. I think I just stumbled across like one of the 360 games just out of nowhere. So
I heard one of them is pretty heavily inspired by Zelda 2, which after figuring out that that game is apparently amazing and this nobody's ever wanted to admit it. Yeah, I'm interested.
that would be the first game from Adventure Time. I forgot what Ice King, why'd you steal our garbage or some weird shit like that. But it's basically, yeah, it's a Zelda 2 clone. And it's way forward. So
Oh shit.
yeah, if you're gonna have anybody emulate old school Nintendo, those are the guys to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kirby has more disturbing lore than Sonic. Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. Like, Kirby's got a lot of stuff like on the surface there, and they hint at stuff. Adventure Time just like goes like full on into it by the end of the show, you know.
Yeah, what because they actually like show like the world before and like how it went like bad.
Yeah. I don't know if they've ever actually like full on confirmed like an actual apocalypse or anything like that.
Yeah.
In Kirby lore.
Oh, and Kirby?
Yeah.
I guess they are now.
Well, I mean, is that an apocalypse though, or is that he just found some lost land? Because like the frozen world that he visited wasn't Popstar.
I don't know. I feel like there's just implications that come with a ruined city.
I think that's a lot of it though. I think that's a lot of Kirby's implications. They got some crazy dark like final bosses for sure, but yeah. Now Rhino says usually does Kirby outside of the final stage plus level puts all the boss description. I mean, there are ancients that were nuked in the past. I mean, again, dude, like until I actually do my own research, all I remember is most of them implying it because I don't know if Nintendo's actually full on said Kirby's a post-apocalypse story.
Yeah. Oh, man, you know a fun like post-apocalyptic thing. I recognize the flaws with this movie. I really do. but I feel like you would appreciate it. It's one of the greenest movies I've ever seen.
Hmm.
Uh, you ever seen Nine?
Yeah, I
It's
like
not
the art.
great.
I like the character design. I do not remember a single minute of that movie.
I remember loving that movie, but it's been a really long time since I've seen it. But it was really easy to just kind of like win me over with something like that.
Hmm.
Uh, I just remember thinking it was super unique. Um,
Yeah, I think it looked really nice for the day. I don't. Yeah, I don't know if I have an opinion on it. I don't remember it very well in terms of a plot. I think I'd have to go back and check that out.
mm, it's got a lot of pacing issues. It's not paced well at all. In fact, it's actually kind of boring. Um, but that's a lot of things that I love. Like Star Trek: The Motion Picture is still like one of my favorite movies ever, and that's probably one of the most boring films ever put to film.
Man, I want to check it out. I'm looking for Adventure Time games now, like what I want to track down. You know what I'm probably gonna have to do now that I've hit 100,000 subscribers? Because I did promise I'd kind of get into like the Ben 10 story, and I've just explained it on like podcasts and stuff like that. Like it's not a long story, like how I got my
Yeah,
character design. I think I'm gonna have to actually do a video covering the Ben 10 games.
because I don't think I've heard your Ben 10 story about how you got to your character design.
It's just based off me. Like this is just how I drew myself, uh, as as a middle schooler into high school. And the jacket's real. You've seen the jacket. It's sublime.
Yeah,
And I like
I've
the
seen the
color
jacket.
green. It's based off my real fucking face. It's based off my real clothes. It's based off my favorite, favorite color. Wow, words are hard right now. And then 2 years later, this bitch called Ben 10 showed up, and it was very, very distressing. And then a couple years after that, he started wearing my fucking jacket. It was really annoying. Um,
Wolverine, but green.
I mean, that's the thing though. That's where that jacket design comes from. It was Hugh Jackman's Wolverine kind of uh, bringing that jacket style into prominence. My character's design more came from uh, my love of Dragon Ball Z at the time, Sonic and Mega Man.
Yeah.
So, because everybody was kind of just taking a lot of that, Eastern influence in media, and yeah, everybody had the same idea, and obviously professionals did as well. And obviously, Ben 10 makes sense. Go with the green motif because they're going with the alien thing, and like as much as I bitch and moan about Ben 10, it is a really cool concept. Just I was already too old for Ben 10 when it came out. Like I was not about to jump into a new kids franchise, but
I remember liking concepts from Ben 10 when I was a kid. I remember thinking the Omnitrix was like one of the coolest little devices. Um I didn't really get that into the show though. I enjoyed it from a distance, I guess.
Rhino, without Ben 10, ever think you're an Nvidia advertisement? I'd say probably more often Xbox, but I'm a console baby.
Yeah.
But and no, I'm not gonna trap down a hyper. I knew maybe I should trap down a hyperkin. I don't know if they have anything. I know they have Ben 10. I think they have X-Men. That might be it. Chiptune asked a while back. Nick mentioned working on some kind of Harry Potter game retrospective. Any updates on that? Yeah, I'm not fucking touching that with a 10-foot pole. Are you out of your mind? Are you kidding me? I'm not getting in the middle of that drama with that lunatic author right now. I would love to do it. I would. It's too hot right now. It's too hot. Can't do it right now. Not doing it. I'll probably put a disclaimer in there if I ever eventually do it, but J.K. Rowling will not shut the fuck up for like 2 minutes on Twitter. So if she calms down on being a bigot for a bit, then maybe we'll come back to it. Right now, that's not a fight worth fighting.
Yeah.
Connor is awesome. Doesn't see any Ben 10 in my design. Yeah, because Connor is a man of class and style. He understands. I wonder if Nick is green with it.
I still feel a bit of disdain of of people confusing the logo on my character's shirt for the Flash logo. It's not.
I mean, you could just go make up your own fucking logo instead of taking somebody else's. I mean, you get mad as you want. It is still just another game character logo. I mean, Flash isn't. Yeah, Flash isn't. Yeah.
Oh, true. And I mean, I actually do have a logo. I don't know. There's something weird to me about having um, like my character wearing my logo. I don't know. That's weird to me.
Why?
Really, the reason I did it was because I actually do have a Screw Attack symbol shirt, and so it's just based on that.
I mean, that's cute. But like, she brand yourself up, bro. Like, just own it. Own the orange. Own the W.
Yeah, I probably should rebrand a little bit. I'm planning on switching up the visual style of the channel a little bit next year anyway, so
Yeah.
hey, maybe it's time to do that.
Me too. Oh, Sony sent us super chat. Manifesting Zeddy lore in Sonic Frontiers for the new year. Holy shit, can you imagine? Can you just imagine? Oh, Tiny, you need to get Hyperkin for the Spider-Man game.
Hyperkin or Hyperscan?
Hyperscan. Well, let's see. I think they're two separate things. You might be right, though.
Hyperkin is like the company that does the Retron systems.
Yeah. You're right.
I only know because, like, I sell them.
I should know better. I literally own, like, 3 of their controllers.
Some of them are alright.
Like, the Duke is alright. The 64 one's okay. Yeah, it's Hyperscan. Hyperscan's what we're thinking of here. Fuck, I need to get... I'm gonna go track one down right now. Is what's happening. Hyperscan. You know what?
Oh, man, Sony. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You talk. I was just saying stupid shit.
Well, you mentioned Sony. You mentioned you missed Johnny's gag of the screw attack from his old Metroid videos. When I had him join in on Metroid Month this year, I was really tempted to see if he would bring that back, and then I decided against it. I was just like, nah, I wouldn't fit in with the motif that we got going on here. Plus, he put that joke to rest on his own channel. But I was tempted.
Oh my god. Yeah, we got the chat really jumping up here. You know what is kind of nice about this kind of a setup here? We can actually kind of focus a little bit more on the chat instead of like the topics on hand, which is really nice. Let's see here, Ink Metroid superior to Flash. Yeah. I mean, I like Metroid more than Flash.
I like Flash, but
fuck him. He's a bitch. Just tuned in, thought it was more of an X-Man look. Fair enough. Chip 2 Pastors, I'd love to see what the IDW team could come up with the Zeddy concept. They've done some fun stuff with the Zeddy so far. I think they could do some fun stuff. They really need to let them sleep for a bit before they jump back into that idea, though.
Especially since I feel like there was kind of a big deal made about their departure after the Metal Virus saga. Like, I feel like the way they went and the way that Zavik was like taunting Sonic at the end there, you don't bring him back immediately after that. You build that shit up.
Yeah. No, and everyone's been talking about this little thing where Ian Rana brought it up here. Apparently, Ian was encouraged by Sega to do more with the Zeddy, more than just the Deadly Six in the comics. That sounds like something he might have talked about on Bumblecast. I've not listened to their show in a minute. Yeah, I mean they're the most nothing designs out there. I'd imagine if they handed off like the Zeddy concept to Ian Flynn and Tyson Hess or any of the rest of the art team there, and the writing team too. I have to not be such a little bitch. There's more than one writer for Sonic Comics. Yeah, I think they would immediately make a better set of villains for the Zeddys.
Yeah.
Cecil says Harry Potter is boring as hell after the first 2 movies. I mean, I read the books. I thought the movies kind of sucked for a while. That's a weird take, though. Like, the first 2 movies are so tame. and so awkwardly acted by children.
I remember enjoying them. I never read the books. Is I wasn't being in a conservative Christian family. I wasn't allowed to do anything with Harry Potter until I got older. Um, but by the time I did, like, I wasn't really interested in going back and reading the book, so I just watched the movies. Why does this keep happening? Why do I keep getting a Patamon? I don't want this.
Oh my god.
I want to fuck. I want a Beomon.
He wants to fuck a BM. You heard it here first, folks.
I want.
Faded Shadow 9 or 11. I apologize. Roman numerals are hard. Gave us $5. Thank you. How much do you guys think open world fan games contributed to Frontiers versus Breath of the Wild? I think Breath of the Wild gave them the green light versus it being the only reason. It's going to depend on what the game looks like by the time we're done with it. Look, me and Wayne made our stances incredibly clear here. Everything that they've marketed so far, the little bit we've seen, heavy vibes of Breath of the Wild. It's been about 4 years now since Breath of the Wild. That's usually how long it takes for a lot of these gaming trends to kind of kick off, because it takes a long time to make games. We've seen trickles of it in like the indie scene with like the Sky Cloud stuff and some other things, but I would say mostly Breath of the Wild. But we're going to wait and see. We're going to see what the mechanics look like. That is the most important thing that we're waiting for at this time. And yeah, I would love to see them really take that open concept and be like, really own it. So yeah, but if you want my honest opinion, I would say not so much the fan games, just the demand for an open world Sonic has been shouted across the fan base. I mean, we've done it here, and Breath of the Wild being as wildly popular as it is just like, it's now or never. Like, this was the time to do it. So I'm glad they're doing it, regardless of what the inspiration was. And hopefully we'll get some more behind the scenes of that once the game's actually out. But yeah, a little column A, little column B, but I think a lot more column B. Column BOTW. What about you, Wayne?
I mean, yeah, it's like, let's not pretend that Breath of the Wild hasn't had any influence at all. It had immediate influence. I think it's not to say though that something can be influenced from a game like Breath of the Wild and not still have something of its own flavor. Genshin Impact, when it first came out, I mean, immediately was being lambasted for being a ripoff of Breath of the Wild just from a lot of its presentation. And then once you actually get into the meat and potatoes of that game, it's definitely got plenty of its own to show. It's not my kind of thing, but it's got its own qualities. So it's like, I think an important note that we hit on before is that saying that something's like Breath of the Wild is not a criticism. It's literally just an observation.
It's just understanding industry trends is all it is. And I've always called the game Breath of the Weeb.
Yeah, and a lot of it is it's not so much the idea of like this open world structure that I think is really what it is. It's taking a pre-established long-running franchise and then making it open world that, you know, Breath of the Wild kind of kicked that whole thing off into a different level of popularity, and Sonic was not the first to jump on that train. I mean, just look at Halo Infinite. You know, I think Halo Infinite definitely... Halo was a series that always lended itself well to the open sandbox nature, so that wasn't entirely Breath of the Wild inspired, but it was at least in part.
I think just, you know, what the industry was doing and how I mean, that series was not getting a lot of praise for a while there. A lot of people were really kind of turned off by 5. Multiplayer's always gotten, you know, singing praises here and there, but it's been very samey for a very long time.
Yeah.
I've been playing a little bit of Infinite, and yeah, it just feels like a giant Halo level, which already felt like a very linear open world setting for a shooter. Like, you're just doing the same shit over and over and over and over again, just down corridors. Now the corridors are just a little bit spread out. It is still a very constricted world from what I played so far, though. Breath of the Kentucky Fried Fetish. Breath of the
Oh.
Chili Dogs. Oh.
And yeah, another thing worth hitting on is like, sure, a lot of these elements have existed before this, but the way that they're being presented here, they're not trying to even hide. It's like even structured the same way that the trailers for Breath of the Wild were. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
no, nobody. No,
Um,
I'm tired of doing this running around here. Like,
yeah.
there are two people here. You do not need to explain. We understand open world games. We understand them very, very well. Nobody needs to explain to us that Breath of the Wild is not the first open world game. We also understand like this has been a very popular template for a very long time. We are just saying Breath of the Wild revitalized the concept and the idea. That came out the same year as the first Horizon Zero Horizon game. And I mean that game got a lot of praise, like a whole bunch of praise. Like nobody was talking about it comparatively. Like if you were like in the Game of the Year conversations, nobody was talking about it compared to Breath of the Wild. It was just like you'd better have played Horizon before you'd played Breath of the Wild because it just feels so constricted compared to Breath of the Wild afterwards because you can climb on everything and mess with the physics and literally break the game in like really fun
Yeah.
creative ways. Even with all
Which is
this,
funny.
go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say, which is funny because like since a lot of this discourse started, a game that I think is a little more apt to kind of compare to when I'm hearing a lot of the concepts they're toying around with, it potentially in Frontiers. Um, reminds me less of Breath of the Wild in terms of its game structure, and more of Mario Odyssey to a
Well,
degree.
I mean, again, until we actually see what the structure is,
Hmm.
we don't know. Like, we have one actual genuine trailer, I guess, and
More of a
it
teaser, really.
it's just presenting us the world and how expansive it is, and like, what else are we going to be comparing it to? Honestly, like, we just looking at industry trends there, but again, like, there's nobody like guys like. I think everybody who's been debating this, I I think we're all on the same page. We all want open world Sonic. We just wanted to, yeah, we want Sonic to own the concept in his own unique way, just like he did with the platformers back in the day. We have no idea. We have no idea what that game is going to be until they actually fill in those maps and show us how Sonic moves around in it. And again, we don't even know if that's the only biome.
No.
We have some other super
Um,
chats.
Man, being generous. There.
Yeah, thanks,
y'all,
guys.
y'all are making it up for our lost time.
Yeah. Faded Shadow 11 again. Thank you for the $10. Very true, especially the ruins. Thanks for the answer. I hope Amy has a more active role. She needs it since SA2. Dude, I think SA2 even screwed her over, if I'm honest with you. Also, looking at Phantasy Star NGS, the world looks very similar for that. I mean, Phantasy Star and Sonic Team have a very close history. I wouldn't be surprised if you got artists hopping between stuff like that. And yeah, I'm definitely seeing comparisons between the structures there as well. And Aiden, oh wow, my brain just fell on my head for a second there. Thanks, Aiden, for the $5. Happy New Year. May the Nick Milk flow into the new year. I made a Nick Milk joke in this in the promo I made today for a sponsor for an upcoming video, and I spilled milk on my computer. Oh, poor computer. We Sonic fans hungry. Again, the lack of platformers and geometry. I mean, again, dude, we don't know. We have no idea. You are malding because Sonic games have grass. I am malding because I am biased against the idea of World Sonic. We are not the same. This is a bit. Please don't kill me. Okay, Stinky Drink, you got it. What's malding?
Is that the red guy from Star Wars?
I swear to fuck. Art Hollow, I get the
Where
Odyssey
to be?
comparison given the insinuation that there will be multiple islands you can interpret from Odyssey's kingdoms. I think Sega went out of the way to say like the synopsis that we saw was pure bunkus. So I don't know. We really don't know. Rhino,
Yeah,
we don't want Sega to do worse than the big fan game from the last year's stage. Yeah, dude, that game went hard. That game went fucking hard, dude.
I gotta
Uh,
try that now that I get a more powerful computer.
yeah, same here. Same here.
Omens is what it was called, I think.
Big's Big Adventure. Elman's was whatever. It's fine. I want to try Big's Big Adventure. That's what he's talking about. Super Static
Oh,
Pro. I
I
hope,
don't know that one.
dude, it looks fucking amazing. I hope the Forces model is a placeholder because those quills need fix. I don't think the quills are the biggest problem with the Forces model, but to each their own.
I think it's that Sonic's design for the past 10 years has been fucking boring.
Yeah. Here's the thing about like this overwhelmingly exhausting conversation about naming these eras. I don't understand. I mean, I guess I understand a little bit of the fixation on this idea of meta. I'd love to get Jay on the show to actually kind of pick his brain on that idea because, like, I feel like that's just kind of like blown up into this whole thing. We have other Sonic focused YouTubers kind of taking it and like weaponizing it in their own ways. But considering how often we've seen the terms back to basics with every time they bring Sonic back into the forefront here, like I've said on the show 1,000 times, I think it's not so much nostalgia pandering. A little bit of it is, no doubt about it. As much as it is trying to situate Sonic into recognizable locations and characterizations, like just a very palatable version of Sonic that the mainstay audience can participate with, because the adventure games 06 definitely strayed away from that. And if they're going to be going back to basics, I would have called this past set of games the basic era. That works on so many levels. Especially since meta, to me, usually represents a bigger message than what is implied there. Not the silly idea of like, well, they do fourth wall humor sometimes on Twitter and on the offshoot that did horribly. Like that, no, I don't think that was the main focus. Meta for me, I would say gaming's in a meta era. And Wayne, have I talked to your ear about this before?
I remember us having some kind of discussion about the era narrative and how people kind of like they really boiled down a lot of just kind of like the external Sonic politics that go around on social media down to stuff that really trivializes the games and the actual issues therein. So I know we've talked about that before. I think it was actually a topic on a podcast once.
It might have been, yeah. I mean, we're bound to repeat ourselves. We are on a Sonic show.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I would say gaming's in a meta era for sure. I would say it'd be foolish to say that media itself isn't in some kind of a meta era. I think Marvel fully expects you to not only keep going along with its continuity, but like the fandom, like even like the general audience seems to be aware of like how movie studios deal with these characters and these licenses and how they have to juggle the way they do, and why it's a big deal that Spider-Man has other versions of Spider-Man, or if the X-Men actually show up in any of these rumors that we've been hearing about. Like why it's a big deal for them to show up, or this version of Quicksilver as opposed to this other one. I do think there is a level of understanding there, but when I hear meta era in terms of video games, I think of Undertale or Pony Island or Doki Doki Literature Club. I'm thinking of a store, or like the meta game like in Pokemon or something like that, where we're going deeper than what's on the surface here, and we are trying to reach out to you in a more interactive way, be it through our narrative or through our game mechanics. Like this is a much deeper experience, and what better place to do that than video games, where interactivity is everything. And I think the power of of Undertale and Doki Doki have shown that, like this story that's almost like breaking through fiction, breaking through your screen and really bringing you into their world and speaking to you. That's what I think of when I think of the term meta. And to distill it down to jokes, I think is just, I don't know. I think it just oversimplifies it to a like a comical point, like an embarrassing point, especially since if I mean you're gonna be so focused on satellite media, like I got bad news for you guys. Like we're gonna be going through the early Archie years, and they are way worse about it than anything you've seen since. So that's my random nonsense there in terms of this semantic warfare that the fan base seems to be in. I'm sorry for rambling for so long. Just a
You're
lot of.
good. I did want to bring light to one little comment in here because it deserves some attention. From Ragu GBA. Hi there, everyone. Hope y'all are ending your 2021 in a nice way as much as possible. Hi, Nick. Hi, Wayne. You both are pretty wizard, as the cool kids say. You are correct. They do, in fact, say that. All of the kids, the
Oh my
coolest ones especially.
fucking god. Faded Shadow 11, $5. I only consider meta to be embracing Sonic's self-deprecation, other than it's called the boost era. I mean, I call it the boost era too, Faded, and thank you again for the. You've been really generous tonight, dude. Thank you so much. Look, the truth is, guys, like we've never had such an integrated community before. It's not just Sonic. That's what I'm talking about. Like, if you're talking about meta era, like it's that I wouldn't really focus it on Sonic. I would be focusing on media in general because Twitter and the way social media works right now is brands are, I mean, they're now designed to have a personality to them. I mean, Wendy's kind of literally personified that, didn't they? There's
Yeah.
It's just a new form of advertisement. That's how social media works. If Twitter existed back in the 90s or the 2000s, that would be there too. I mean, that stuff gets lost to time, but they were doing shit like that all this time. It's always been here. Whether or not Sonic Team listens, that's a whole other story. I'll be honest with you, like one of the biggest reasons why Sega failed as hard as it did was lack of communication and pure ego between Sega of Japan, Sega of America, Sega Europe. Like that, this is well known. And I'll be honest, guys, like I do think being more in touch with their community, something that didn't really exist. Like people aren't really talking about Sonic being this horrible fan base anymore. I mean, the stigma's still kind of there, but it's nowhere near as bad as it was prior to everyone being kind of corralled on Twitter. I'm rambling like a lunatic now. I'm sorry, Wayne.
No, it's. I do find it an interesting discussion. You want to know one of the pieces of media where I started noticing this whole like meta thing first was a super weird place, but the first Jurassic World movie.
Are you talking about them referencing the? God, yeah, Jesus Christ.
That entire movie. I mean, like, literally the whole plot was put in motion by all of these scientists, which you could just swap out with the board, or from like a writer's room, like brainstorming for the movie, talking about what they should do for the film. You take like their conversations where they're saying like we need a new dinosaur to attract like people because like the old stuff just isn't doing it anymore these days. We need something bigger with more teeth and everything. And I'm just thinking to myself, oh, that's probably what the writers were saying to each other when they were trying to come up with the film. I like that movie. I kind of thought all of that stuff was really interesting, but partially because it also kind of I love the first Jurassic Park movie so much.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like the movie took the time to also be like outside of all of these big bombastic things that we like to see from the Jurassic Park movies that we kind of remember the most from them. People remember the T-Rex scene. They remember, the Velociraptors and everything. But beneath the surface, there was just kind of this grandeur to it that had kind of gotten diluted over the years. And Jurassic World, I felt, took the time to kind of remind you of where that was, and that was kind of the point of the original story to begin with. Which is probably why I like that movie, and I didn't like Jurassic House all that much. But
Jurassic House, Jesus Christ.
that's what the second. That's what Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom was.
That's the second
Jurassic
half.
House.
That's the second half of
That's
that's two
the
movies.
last two
That's a
thirds.
double feature of a fucking movie. Let's be honest. Um,
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
spent like 15 minutes on the island.
I'll agree with you there. I would say that a meta narrative has, I mean, that's pretty common with just a lot of stuff in general. But yeah, I mean, it is apparent in World. If you want to talk nostalgia pandering, I would say that Jurassic World 2 was filled to the brim with it, like to a distracting point where like a reference here and there to the original movie is okay, but like every 10 minutes it was just like another callback to the very first movie. I was like, I get it. Please stop reminding me of a
Yeah,
better movie because you are not it. And I get that, and I'm not saying that doesn't exist in Sonic, because that's, I mean, that was exactly the problem with classic Sonic and Forces, was you're just reminding me of a better experience I had 2 months ago. I disagree with people in terms of like that being the worst part of the game. It's not, but it's definitely a big fucking problem with it. But yeah, no, I'd say meta narratives have been yeah, very prominent with media in general. I mean, movies. I'm now thinking about it. Like I'm going back and like, yeah, like directors or writers like trying to hide something in their context for what else this is interpreting. Like symbology is just in storytelling to begin with.
yeah.
Have you seen the latest Matrix?
I have not. In part because if I have to be uh brutally honest, I never cared much for the Matrix.
I mean, that's fine, but like if you had
Um,
like, and anybody in this chat knows exactly what I'm talking about. Like the first half of that movie lives and dies by the meta of it. It is such a cynical fucking movie.
I've heard a lot about it, and I've heard some people decry it, and I've heard some people praise it as a ingenious use of meta narrative, and I'm sure that the truth lies somewhere in the middle.
It's
As
very on
it's
the nose, but like it is so obnoxiously Matrix. Like it's so far up its own ass, like the other movies are. I'm like, I'm kind of here for it. I wish your action wasn't as fucking boring as it was, but I was like, it was fine. It was whatever. But yeah,
things
but
I heard the action was fine 2021 action.
it is nowhere near as good as any of the other movies that came before it. That's what kind of what it comes down to there. I'm missing a lot of the conversation. Jurassic City, Jurassic Boom.
Oh god, what have we started? Jurassic Boom.
How many dinosaurs in Jurassic Park are from outside the Jurassic era? I'd say a good majority of them, and they certainly don't look like the actual animals.
I kind of liked again in Jurassic World they kind of brought mention to that, and
Yeah,
they're like,
yeah. I'm not gonna spoil Matrix for you. Just yeah, like there's, and you see it in the trailer too. Like there's a lot of meta emphasis on it. We won't spoil the movie here though.
I did try out that neat little Unreal Engine 5 tech demo for the Matrix. The one they're showing off at the Game Awards.
Mm-hmm.
I should really upload some footage of what that's like because holy shit.
It's impressive stuff.
Um oh yeah. I could hardly believe what I was looking at, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
I keep thinking we can't push the envelope any further with, the technical prowess. They did it. Uh, it's remarkable. It looks like you're just playing live action. It's insane.
I'm
And I'm sure, in
not gonna
another like
spoil anything, but it that does kind of play into the first half of the new movie in clever
I believe
ways.
it. I know that like I've heard things, and I don't want to spoil anything either, just based on the things I've gathered. Um, I have been meaning to go back and like rewatch The Matrix because I watched the original Matrix movie once when I was like 14 and thought it was fine.
Yeah.
Um, in my head, I was thinking to myself, I was just like, so is the reason this movie is so popular is because this was really impressive back in the day? Because I believe that it's a cool tech demo, but I didn't think of much of it as a story. Um, uh, but again, I was 14. I wouldn't mind going back and just kind of giving it another shot and seeing what if my tastes have changed a little bit and maybe there's something I get out of it now that I didn't before.
That's fair.
Um,
I had a little bit more fun with the sequels when I went back to them last month.
mhm.
I had a, like I knew what to expect. The scene with the architect didn't confuse me like it did when I was a youngster. It's because it's amazing what happens when you understand the English language. I mean it's fun enough, but yeah, when you go in knowing what to expect, it's fine. The problems that were there before are still there, just a little bit more tolerable.
You ever seen Soylent Green?
Oh, I've not. I've only just absorbed it through
Okay.
parody and just pop culture osmosis.
Yeah, because we're going into the year that's set in.
Oh, are we?
We are.
You're the green baby. I'll eat everybody. Be dope.
I like that movie quite a bit. It is aged and it's slow, quiet sci-fi. You
Hmm.
know, if you enjoyed the original Planet of the Apes with Charlton Heston, you might enjoy Soylent Green. It's got a very similar feel. Um, it's like it's like a bored man's Blade Runner, I guess. I
Jesus
still
Christ.
need to watch 2042. I've heard that movie's remarkable.
2042? I don't think I've heard of
Uh,
that
the
one.
Blade Runner 2042, the sequel.
Oh, yeah. I need to watch both of them, honestly.
Oh, I would do a little research into which version of Blade Runner you're getting yourself into. There's like three
Yeah.
different versions.
Yeah, I've
I
heard.
don't.
I'll probably just go with the director's cut or whatever. Whatever doesn't have the
I think the
narration.
director's cut is the one you don't want. I think that's the one that had the narration.
The theatrical had the narration.
Did
Again, like I have not seen the stuff. I know enough film
yeah.
buffs to know.
I I would just read up on it.
Oh, I
Read up
will.
on
Oh
it
yeah,
first,
yeah, yeah.
maybe.
No, I will absolutely. Um,
Um, Blade Runner is a wonderful movie, though.
I'm gonna turn off my
Wo-
camera. Sorry, I'm gonna make sure.
Oh, you're fine.
I'm gonna turn on Jurassic World Evolution just in the background screen here, just so people have something to see here.
Yeah.
Let's see what some people are asking here. Is there a Matrix game? I mean, kind of. It's like a little showcase of Unreal 5. There are a
Is it?
couple of
Yeah.
Matrix games like Enter the Matrix and Path of Neo and Matrix Online. I would like to check, the ones I can check out. I would like to check those out on
Which,
the channel sometime.
which are all canon, by the way.
Technically,
I mean, why do you think Morpheus doesn't show up in Resurrections?
I mean, they explained that.
How did they do that in the movie?
Yeah,
Is
kinda.
it? Is it
No,
from?
no,
Oh,
no,
okay,
no.
okay.
That does not get mentioned at all.
Jeremy Montoya with $50. Howdy, just stopping by to wish everyone a happy new year. Here's hoping for a rad 2022. See y'all in the next episode.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Hang on. Hang on. Jurassic World Evolution's lost its mind with sound. Okay. Where's the alt button? Oh dear god, that's so loud. Oh my god.
The audience hear any of that?
Oh, they could hear it. Jesus Christ. No, give me the sound settings. Oh my fucking god. Jesus. Wow, that was obnoxious. Okay. That gave me a jump. Me too, Ink. I'm sorry, everybody. God damn. Wow. Whew.
I am so sorry for my co-host trying to murder your ear holes.
I apologize. I'm sorry, everybody. We're gonna go ahead and add a new media source here. Let's see, screen capture. We'll add a source.
It's the universal theme DMCA. Maybe to your sense of hearing.
Oh God. Okay, hang on, guys. We're gonna take the screen capture. We're gonna put it behind. Do what I tell you to do. Go back further. Go back further. Okay, there we go.
Turned into a Tyrannomon, I swear to God.
Dude, Tyrannomons are dope.
Dude, Tyrannomon. I'm trying to beat a Tyrannomon. That's why I need one. It's kicking my ass.
Well, maybe if you'd stop being a punk bitch.
He spanked my Garurumon like it was nothing.
Whatever creams your Twinkie, bro. Anyway, yeah, Jeremy, thank you. I wanted to say thank you, then I had to go explode everybody's ears after you gave us $50. Oh, they can't hear you?
Apparently I'm quiet.
Here we go. Here we go. All right, try again.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, there we go. Wayne is really quiet now.
I demand to be heard. I've been silenced.
Good Lord. We're going to do this, so this is not a problem down the road. Good God, man. That really just messed me up. There we go. Newsletter sign up. Holy cannolis.
You know what I'd really like to be able to do by July?
What's up?
I want to hit 10K subs.
Yeah. Fuck it. Yeah. Guys, let's get him there. Why not?
Yeah, I want to hit 10K by July time. That would be pretty cool.
You can find 5,000 pleasant people that want to hear you talk video games. You're super good at it. Okay, everybody can hear you now, so that's good. He's on the same audio channel as the game. Yeah, that's why I turned everything down, but Wayne's good now. I just turned down everything for a little bit so I could save our ears, because that was a fucking nightmare. I have to add a Parasol Lawful Doffle. I've not played this game in a hot minute. I just downloaded it onto this computer to see how it would run.
I watched your review of the Switch port.
Yeah, it was that was embarrassing. Everybody should be ashamed for what they had happen there. Okay, try one of these bitches going up again. There we go. Nope, subbed right now. Thank you, Cecil. Wayne makes very good content. Go sub. Has this podcast turned into a Let's Play? It was never a podcast. I'm sorry, guys. We've done this, I think only once before, maybe twice. I think it's just once, right? Where we just kind of had like a late night chill.
I think we've done it maybe twice, yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so. How close is it to New Year's for you there, Wayne?
About 12 and a half minutes.
Oh, that's exciting. Skylar, have I played Jurassic World Evolution 2 yet? I got it for my Xbox, and I'm just a couple missions in, and it keeps locking up and kicking me out. So, yeah, there's a game crashing bug that I cannot get past currently. So, not much I can do about that, unfortunately. So I own the game. I'll probably have to go get a second copy of it on PC to see if we can get an actual. What's the word, Wayne? Perspective?
What's the word?
I don't know. I'm just
Wayne is still in 2021, yes. So is Nick. Nick is much further behind in 2021.
I'm 2000 and late.
God.
As the wizards would say, or whatever the fuck.
I haven't thought about the Black Eyed Peas in a hot minute, sir.
Yeah, rest of America is along with you there, buddy. Sunset City isn't a podcast, it's a collective illusion. Thoughts on Imposter Syndrome so far? I've only read issue 1. It was okay. I'm excited to see more of those characters. It was okay. They have very interesting concepts going along with them. And yeah, I'm definitely more interested in the end, like what they mean to the world after this story, than I am more than anything else. So we'll see. It's so peaceful without Pup, and so unsexy without Sirius. Oh God.
Wait, you can evolve a. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by what I'm playing.
If I put boobs on my cartoon, will that do it for you guys?
That's what I've been saying is like, if I want to see those subscriber numbers jump up, all I gotta do is just actually review some Sonic games.
Review some Sonic games and put some tits on a cat or whatever.
Maybe in time for the Sonic 2 movie. Maybe then. Maybe that will be the time.
Let's get it done.
Also, I love these people that keep jumping into the comments of my old Spider-Man videos. How anyone can hate Black Cat is beyond me. LOL. Best character in the game and was also the best character in Spider-Man 2. The chemistry between her and Peter is always so much better than MJ. You mean toxic? You mean that Black Cat is a terrible, toxic, predictable ripoff of a Catwoman character? Black Cat sucks.
Yeah, I'm kind of
Die on that hill.
Yeah, no, she does suck. I really don't like her character.
The only thing people like about her is her design.
Tits.
Everything else is an excuse.
Do you want Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man to fight Tom Hardy Venom? I don't care. Just as long as they give me a black suit, like the proper black suit, big white spider, and then have that white spider jump over to Venom, that's all I care about. I just want the aesthetic. I don't care about anything else. I like Tom Hardy's Venom just fine. I think he deserves to be in a better movie with a better script. It's a very Andrew Garfield situation as far as I'm concerned.
I would like to see that, if only because well, I don't know if that's getting too deep into
Yeah, don't spoil anything for folks. Oh, Jamal, thank you for the $10, dude. Happy B Theory 2022, Nick. Make sure you drink carefully, Nick. Come on, Nick Milk. Cross Cirrus Milk for 2022, bro. Oh, God. Park Tour allows you to experience all the dinosaurs. Jurassic Park up close. Research binoculars to extend the view range. Too much damage to bird. 2 vehicles is dangerous. It causes dinosaurs to shut down. Then why would you put them? Well, is my wife over there? Don't stand over. You terrifying. You look like a ghost. A sexy ghost, and not our literal cute dog Ghost. I mean,
hi, Nick's wife.
I mean, you're not dead. It's just like in the it's dark. Anyway, yeah, I'll be getting off the stream here soon, unfortunately, guys. But I wanted to be sure we are here for Wayne's Happy New Year's. So
yeah, it is about 8 minutes.
Okay, well, I'll be here for a little bit longer, but we're gonna be here for Wayne, so he's not alone on New Year's.
Yeah, and then I'm probably gonna have to hop off too. I got work tomorrow. I'm hoping that people are too hungover to come into a used game store, but we have not had a moment of peace lately. It's been constant
Yeah, dude.
Jesus.
I do not miss working at a game store. It was a fucking nightmare.
Well,
Yeah,
it's like what's sad is that my team is too good and we've turned things around in that store. We used to be so dead. That was the slow store in the company. You know, we were just barely like keeping that little store afloat because of how quiet it was all the time. And now it's like keep it up with the other ones and we're like constantly busy and pulling numbers. It's good, but I'm tired of it.
that's fair. I don't know how
Fuck yeah, Tyrannomon!
I'll give you a Tyrannomon, bitch. You got a Tyrannosaurus Rex right over here. What's going on?
Tyrannosaurus Rex, these nuts.
Wreck your mom. Anyway, let's see. What's your favorite game that you would never recommend? Oh, buddy, I have a whole channel all about that. We're going to be talking about some of my favorite worst games from this past year. 2 weeks. We'll do a best worst game list for 2021. 2 weeks. I don't give a shit if it's late. It's fine. It's still fun. Let's see. I'm doing my Christmas video like next week. Like I don't give a shit. Fucking, it's gonna be fun anyway. See, Nate's Sabies. How do you say that name? Nick, what don't you like about the Boom redesigns? Do you also not like the personality differences? I think the personalities are fine, given the dynamic between the characters. I would say that the designs feel pointless. The redesigns feel pointless, like they just change things for the sake of changing things, and they couldn't think of anything else to do, so they just dressed them up like mummies for Halloween. And I've seen people redesign them, like put emphasis of strength on Knuckles, and make them burlier and stronger, and still make them look cooler. I just think they're very lazy designs. I think they're unnecessary. I think they're useless. I don't like pointless accessories on characters. I don't care that Tails is smart. I know he's smart. Goggles are fine. I'll give him goggles. Goggles are good. I like the goggles. And maybe a handkerchief for Tails. All right, I like those two things. And Amy looks fine. Actually, you know what? You know what we really need for Sonic characters? We need to allow them to change their clothes. I think that's my only issue with Amy. I like her standard red dress, but her being more adventurous, like in more adventurous situations, I thought the Boom design worked really good. Just rebrand it as a winter video? No, it's literally Christmas nights. I cannot do that. Thoughts on different forms of Sonic, Super Hyper, Dark Spot? Homie, I do like a whole show about that. Do you have any thoughts, Wayne?
Thoughts on the different forms of Sonic. Hypersonic is really cool. They should do him again. Darkspawn Sonic was
I need to play. I've not beaten Secret Rings, but I'm not gonna lie to you guys and ever tell you that I disapprove of a super form. Your boy loves super forms. I will take them all day, all night. I don't care how important they are to the story or not. I love unlocking them. I love looking at them. I'm a sucker for aesthetic more than anything else. You design something nice, that's all I'm going to care about. Power Rangers movie, I thought the characters were okay, but the costumes were shit. They looked like garbage, fake-ass Iron Man. Therefore, the movie was terrible. That's all I cared about. Oh, the batteries died in my controller. Oh, that sucks. Oh, no.
I feel like I missed out on like an entire world because I didn't grow up watching Power Rangers. And like by the time I was old enough, I was just like,
Oh, this is dumb as shit.
yeah. I had a hard time getting into it. Sentai stuff is not my thing.
I was gonna say, if you actually want to get into, let's extract DNA. If you actually want to get into Power Rangers, what I would recommend doing is actually watching the original Super Sentai, because it is the most insane shit I've ever seen. It's like the old show. Like I didn't give a fuck about the teenagers. I did not care. I know a lot of people pretend like they cared. They don't care. They didn't care. It was all about the costumes. It was all about the fights. And it was just so tame when the costumes weren't on the screen. And then when they actually showed up, like the stuff they took from Japan, then it was a lot of fun. The
Yeah.
original Super Sentai of Zeo Ranger, it is cranked to 11 start to finish. When they're not in their spandex, they're in even sillier costumes. Their their civilian clothes are even more insane because they're not teenagers. They are people that have evolved from dinosaurs.
Hmm?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
They open up an episode with a bunch of kids chasing this other kid, yelling fat, fat, Minnesota fat. Fat, fat, Minnesota fat. And then the Yellow Ranger, who's a dude, comes flipping into the scene, literally just backflips into the scene. That's how he introduces himself into the scene. He's just backflipping through a park. That's how he gets around. And he chases the kids off and lets the kid come down. He's like, why are they running around calling you fat, fat Minnesota fat? Like, they call me fat because I'm fat like Minnesota pig. And then the pig monster shows up. It's great. It's so good.
Yeah. Also, I did want to mention we're in the final minute.
All right.
Now we're closing down.
Let's see what's going on there. Let's all right.
All right, 30
8:59 on my.
seconds.
All right, guys, we're about to have a there we go. It's about to be midnight over on the East Coast.
Ugh.
You're in charge of the countdown. Wait.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's pizza time.
Pizza time, bitches. There we go. Happy New Year, Wayne. Happy New Year, everybody on the East Coast. I've got my Martelli's Gold Medal Sparkling Cider.
I should have had the
right
clip
now.
ready of Red Letter Media saying, fuck you, it's January.
Fuck you, it's January. Hey, Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year.
Yay.
If you're like me, I've got a few hours still, but I am gonna spend it with my significant other.
Yeah.
But
and I gotta get some sleep so I'm not dead at the store tomorrow.
yeah, I know we haven't had like a very long little get together, but I wanted to spend a little time with you guys because I know it's been kind of a quiet. Um, it's been hard for anybody to get out and about in the world, and if you're like me growing up, or like me now, still, I've never been much for parties. I've always felt out of place and weird at parties, and I never really gone to a lot of them. And it's been really nice having this wonderful little online community. Just kind of pop in and they're like, "Yeah, man, let's fucking hang out and talk Sonic the Hedgehog of all things." It's fucking wild to me, man. That's something I'm incredibly thankful for, and I'm looking forward to spending 2022 with you pieces of shit.
Yeah.
Have we missed anything in the chat we need to address? Do you miss having Sonic new forms starting with colors? Yeah. Bring new forms back. Who gives a shit? Have fun with it. Power Rangers is dumb as hell, but it's also fun as hell, just like Sonic. Truth. I have a whole ass shelf filled with Green and White Ranger garbage. I think Force's story would have improved somewhat if Classic Sonic was a Phantom Ruby projection. I think that would have been a bolder move, honestly. I just don't think Classic Sonic was necessary there. Since it says should collab with Al, the boy, or at least with Nick, and its content is awesome. Are they talking with me? Like collabing with one of the hosts of the show? Is that what they're asking?
I don't fucking know.
I don't know. Oh shit, that's crazy, bro. The number went up. Pizza time. Happy. Dude, you know what I did? I actually went out of my way and got that New York style Papa John's pizza today.
Oh, how was that?
It's not New York style, but it is Papa John's. I got extra cheese, light on the sauce, and I gotta tell you, dude, it had a nice tang to it. It was really good. It was just a basic cheese pizza, and it did the job just right.
Man, we got a nice place called Marco's over by where I live. Ooh, love their stuff.
I was gonna say, like, East Coast, dude. I'm like, if there's anything I should be jealous about right now, it's your options for pizza.
Yeah. Well, all right, man. This was a good time.
Fuck yeah,
I'm
dude.
glad I had somebody to hang out with for this because I had to miss out on a whole like other shebang.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
But
man.
it's all good. We're adults. This is how it goes.
Yeah. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. I know it's a shorter little hangout than usual, but no, it is what it is. Once I get done wrapping up with videos, the next couple of videos I got going on here, I think we'll do something before we get back on regular schedule. I think I can do something on here again. That'd be fun. So Wayne, if you're down later this week, let's do this again.
Hey, if I'm able to, yeah, I'd be down.
Fuck yeah. All right, guys. Thanks again, and we will see you all next year if you're not there already.